Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Cara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. It's that time of year. Sephora Spring Savings event is upon us. So I just wanted to go through some recommendations and mainly my wish list, see what y'all think. If that sounds good to you, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with someone that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community. I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So how are you? It is Wednesday morning when I'm filming this. It's very dreary here in Maryland and I'm ready for the day. We have an assembly. I'm excited and I'm filming this video with only about 20 minutes to spare because I really do not want to go on and on and on and on and on about things to buy at the sale. So the way I'm going to do this video is I want to just talk about brands that I would purchase from, brands that I probably wouldn't purchase from, and then just go through some newer loves that I have from Sephora and then my wish list. So that's my plan. I'm trying to stick to it because I am in a time crunch, but I did that on purpose. My camera's rude. I'm gonna slide over. I'm gonna throw up some pictures or a screen record. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna do. Probably a screen record. That's probably gonna be easier. Shimmy on down. And let's go ahead and get started. I did take some notes in my phone. Brands to stay away from. Pat McGrath. Y'all know Pat McGrath has a sale every other day. Now, depending on how much you spend, that could mean 20% off. It could mean 30% off. I would say if you have a lot that you want to get from Pat McGrath, wait till she has the sale because then you can get like 30% off of $150. And then usually it's 20% off of 100. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you only have one thing, like I'm considering the pink powder, I might get that. Or the eyeshadow primer, I really like that, but I'm gonna skip that. I would get that from the Sephora sale, but otherwise, wait for Pat. Patricia has lots of sales. Skip it. Tasha has sales too. She'll have 20% off. You can most likely always get 15% off with a code, but we want to, maximize the discount. If there's nothing specific that you really are pressing to get from Natasha Denona, I would wait because she has a sale. She has a great Black Friday sale, but we are at the beginning of the year and a lot of us do need that instant gratification. So just always check her site because she does have sales. Fenty is another brand. She just had 30% off. I would skip anything that you want from Fenty except on the Sephora site, there are some good Fenty products in the sale section, like the Butter Drop, the cinnamon one, that's on sale, and then you can get 20% off of the sale price. And the lip pudding masks, those are really nice. I just got those for free with my Fenty order. I would consider getting those because you're getting an extra 20% off something that's already discounted, but otherwise, I would just shop from Fenty directly. Hourglass is another brand where they just had a 20% off sale. So that's nothing super special. And you can also get Natasha, Pat, Fenty, and Hourglass from Ulta. And Ulta does have 20% off prestige brands from time to time as well. Denona Myricks, she also has some good sales. Now, I don't think her sales are as often, but sometimes she's at 30. I want to say even 40% off. I want to say, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that's another brand where you might be like, I'm just gonna, wait it out. So unless there's something pressing, like I know a lot of people want the Groundwork palette. So I would say, that's worth it getting it 20% off from Sephora, but always check those brands. I'm sure I'm missing some, but those are the ones that stood out to me. Now, brands to shop are most likely, now the brands to shop are going to be your luxury brands and fragrances. So Prada, Dior, Gucci, House Labs, Guerlain, and as I said, fragrances. When it comes to luxury shopping, Tom Ford, I would, see my CCO doesn't really have the really good Tom Ford stuff. So I know that some people have a really good CCO where they have a lot of the newer releases. They do take a little bit longer to get there, but if you can wait it out, get it from the CCO because tall mist is, you know, very, very pricey. I saw he's got a foundation coming out for $150. Tall mist, no, that is just too much for me. All right, I can't think of any more brands, but if you have any more that you should shop or that you would prefer to shop, I can't think of any more brands, but, you know, add to my list in the comments section. Tatcha is another brand offhand that I know will go on sale for 20 to 25% off. Mostly 20s though. Now, when it comes to skincare, my brand of choice is usually Kiehl's. Kiehl's will be 25-30% off. There's one Kiehl's product that I am going to purchase because it's out of stock on the Kiehl's website. But otherwise, wait for Kiehl's to have 25 or 30% off. I do also enjoy Glow Recipe. Now, I will shop Glow Recipe from Sephora. And the other brand, I just brought 2 products over. Well, they're the only 2 products I have, is Alpine or Alpine Beauty. I don't know where else this is sold besides their own website. This is a cold cream cleanser. I really love this stuff. This is my second jar of this. So this is something I think is worth it with the 20% off. I also have this Wildcrafted Actives Huckleberry 8 acid, yeah, polishing peel. I love this. So that's another brand. Like I said, I don't know where else that's sold. So skincare, I kind of stick to Glow Recipe. I do like Kiehl's. Youth to the People is another brand. I have some stuff on my loves list, but I'm going to skip because I shopped from Kiehl's. Westman Atelier, that's another brand, actually, a luxury brand, 20% off. I think that's worth it. They do have sales here and there, but not pretty often. Okay, I'm going to stop there because I could probably keep thinking of things, but let's go through the categories of items. And I'm just going to tell you some of my favorites. Let's start with the Glow Recipe. I'm a huge fan of the Plum Plump Moisturizer as well as the Plum Plump Lip Balm. I love those 2 things. I don't need any more right now, but I love those. I know a lot of people are interested in the bronzing drops, and I think I'm going to stay away from those, or the dew drops, the tinted ones. Going to stay away from that at this time, I believe, but that could change. All right, brows. My brow product of choice is the Patrick Ta Major Brow Gel. Lamination gel. That is my favorite. I have another product from Ami Collet, and that is not freezing my brows the way that I want them to. So I'm not going to repurchase that. But the Major Brow Gel, I have been using that, I don't know, for a couple years now. This will probably be my 3rd or 4th tube of that. Primer and setting spray, I'm going with Cali Ray. I bought a primer setting spray combo and I really enjoyed it a lot. And I noticed a difference in how long my makeup lasts with both of those products. I love the mister for the setting spray, but it's sometimes it's a little weak, but it's not a forceful spray. And I love that. The only other brand that had a really good spray like that is the Hourglass Veil and Pacifica, which is at Ulta. But I love the primer and setting spray from Cali Ray, and I'm gonna get, because I think I had a mini in the primer. So I'm gonna get a full-size primer, and I'm gonna get the setting spray as well. For eye primer, the only 2 that I would really recommend are the Pat McGrath eyeshadow primer and the NARS primer. Now, I am not gonna repurchase the Pat McGrath right now. It's like $34, $35, and I think that is expensive for an eyeshadow primer. I decided to purchase an eyeshadow primer from About Face Beauty. I think that was like $16. I haven't tried it out yet, and that's over at Ulta. So I will let you know. Right now I'm using the Glam Light Icing Primer, and that one's like $8. So you really don't have to pay that luxury price for eyeshadow primer. I don't know if it's really worth it. Plus the Pat McGrath primer, it doesn't seem to have a lot in the tube. So that's my concern with that. I used it up really, really fast. But as far as the primer itself, it was really good. The NARS one I think is a little bit cheaper. That one works very well. I lost it in this mess of a room. It's around somewhere. For foundation, I'm going with Prada. I'm probably going to get another shade that's a little deeper and a little warmer since summertime is approaching. That foundation has an SPF 17 in it, and it's expensive. It's like $70. I'm going to just get the refill because I already have the the component for it, but even if you don't, just get a refill. Like, you can still use it. So the Prada foundation is the one that I absolutely love. When it comes to concealer and color correctors, my high recommendation is the Natasha Denona High Gen or High Glam Concealer. I use that every single day, and I love it because I have it in a tan rosy shade, and I am all about having a more flushed and pinky under eye. I really love it a lot. And my second runner up would be the Dior Concealer. I don't really need any more Dior concealer, but I will probably get another Natasha Denona concealer because I think I'm running low. I also really enjoy her color corrector. I have that in the shade Tan. Another color corrector that I also really love is the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom color corrector. And based on your skin tone, you would need either Cherry Blossom or Lychee, which is for deeper tones. I have both of them. Love that color corrector, hands down. Huda Beauty also has sales though. She just had a 30% off. Isn't necessarily on every product. There may be some exclusions, but if you're looking for a really good color corrector, hers is really good. Yes, and the pinky shades are the newer ones. For bronzer, I'm going with the LYS bronzer. They just came out with a shade extension. I'm looking for it like it's in reach, and it's not. They just came out with a shade extension, but I have the shade Harmony, and I'm wearing it today. I love it. It blends in so nicely with my bronzing brush, and I just love the way it goes on my skin, how it melts. I love the tone, and I had that bronzer for about a year. I used it, but I didn't really get into it. I'm into it. That's the bronzer I'm gonna go ahead and recommend for this sale. And you know, LYS is very reasonable. They do have some cream blushes, but I really don't need any of those. But I know a lot of people have that on their wish list. When it comes to highlighter, I'm going with the Dior Forever Glow Liquid Maximizer. And I would also go with the Glow Star Filter, which is like that Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I have not used my Glow Filter yet, but I have used the Liquid Maximizers. I have two shades. I have a bronze one and I have a rosy one. I would actually consider getting the peach one or the pearl one because I really love the finish of it. And I'm actually wearing it right here now, the rosy one. So even though they're pigmented, they really sheer out. And I think they're gonna look really good on bare skin as well. In the summertime, I'm not wearing as much foundation. I may just be doing concealer, and I have tried it over just with that look, and it looks really nice. So again, those are products that you're not going to find for 20% off anywhere. So I am highly recommending those two products for highlight. I know a lot of people, and I'm putting this with highlight, are into the Rare Beauty blushes. I'm gonna skip those. They are blush lights for me, and I just don't need that product, so I'm gonna stay away from those. That's the plan. When it comes to blush though, there's three I'm looking at. We have House Labs. They have two new shades out, and I have four of the other ones, and those were some of my favorite blushes from 2023. Givenchy, I never thought I would be loving a loose powder blush, but I love it, and I have two in cart. I will show you. Really into those. The Gucci blushes, I mean, $50. If you can, I told you Gucci would be a brand to shop for anything that you want from Gucci. But I do like the blushes. I like the more intense shades like Intense Plum and Soft Red. The other ones were a no for me. All right, when it comes to lips, I'm going with Gucci. I'm going with the Summer Fridays lip oil. I really love those. I want another one. This is Blush Dreams, I think. Yeah. And there's a deeper one, a rosewood shade. I want to try that one out. I really love the finish of that. I know a lot of people like the Summer Fridays balms, but I don't need those. They're a tad sticky, but they're very nice, but I don't need that. I have tons of those types of products. I would go with the Hourglass Satin and Matte Lipsticks. I haven't tried the mattes yet, but you'll see I have one in cart. I am repurchasing my favorite shade, which is Larch, because I washed that one. The Dior lipsticks, I only have one satin Dior lipstick, and the rest of mine are either the non-transferring lipsticks or the mattes, but I want to try a couple more satins, so you'll see those in my cart. And YSL reformulated their lip balms. They have the Candy Glaze, and they have, I can't remember the other one, but They're now called Love Shines, and I have one of those in cart because those are expensive. Now, you can get some sales on the YSL website for 20% off. So, you know, if something has to go, it can be YSL. For powders, Pat McGrath pink powder I'm interested in. Huda Beauty Peach Pie. You know, her powders are now fragrance free. So if you're interested in trying the Cherry Blossom or the Peach Pie, which are the two popular ones right now, now's the time because they are fragrance free. I do have a mini in the Peach Pie. I have not tried the Cherry Blossom, but I know that's been a favorite of many for a long time. I don't have any palettes to recommend right now. I know the popular one is the Danessa Myricks Groundwork. I can't think of anything else at this time that would be on the Sephora site that I would recommend right now. I'm not getting Groundwork. It is not going to really work for me because the creams on my eyes, I mean, I know you can use it on the face and lips, but I have a lot of cream products and lip products, so I don't really need that type of product. I don't think I'm going to get the use out of it that I would want. Blush, let me go back to blush real fast. I am also interested in the Armani blushes. Now, I did not try them. They're not new, but I am interested in trying one of those, but we'll see. I'm gonna just go over a couple fragrances and then I'll just show you my cart. Forever Mood is out. One of them is out of stock. It's the lemon and vanilla one, and I'm hoping it will come back in stock. Juliet Has a Gun has a new fragrance called Juliet. Killian Princess Eau Fresh. I'm interested in that. I also have Victor and Rolf Flower Bomb Ruby Orchid. By Rosie Jane, the new Rosie fragrance. Brown Girl Jane is now sold at Sephora. There is a new Carolina Herrera Blush Elixir. And Fleur always, you know, they don't have Strawberry Letter, but, you know, they got my baby father figure. They have one called Solar Power I'm interested in. I'm going to do a deep dive into the fragrance stuff over on Frizz and Fragrance. So I don't want to take a whole lot of time for that because I know some of us are not here for that. That's it, y'all. I wanted to make this like quick, to the point, because I know a lot of us are building carts and we see all these videos and then we just start adding stuff. And I don't want people to see this and just be adding things, you know, but I do want to share what I'm into and what I think would be a good purchase and what you should stay away from. It's 7:17. I got like 3 minutes left. So let's get into this cart. Try and keep this quick and easy. And if I missed anything, just chime in. Let me know. All right. So let me go to my loves list. My loves list. Okay. My loves list is different than my cart. So you see, I got the Westman Atelier matte lipstick, and it's $50. $50 for that lipstick. I'm leaning to not getting that because I haven't used my Prada ones yet. You see, I have Forever Mood. I got Burberry Her. I got a bunch of fragrances on here. They're the Hourglass lipsticks. The Westman Atelier foundation and concealer stick, I really like that, and I'm considering a new one because I'm almost done the one that I have right here. I take this shade 8, but it's rumored that Dior is coming out with a foundation stick, and I know I'm gonna want that, so I'm just not sure. You see the Love Shine Givenchy Brown Girl Jane Discovery set. This is the Kiehl's toner that I was talking about, the Milk Peel Gentle Exfoliating Toner. That one is out on the Kiehl's website, so I'm going to get it from Sephora. I really like it. That'll be my 3rd bottle of that. It's a liquid exfoliator. You see I have House Labs, and again, this is my loves list, so I'm not getting everything here. I have some things from Youth to the People. Now, look at my cart, y'all, and I'm not saying I'm getting all this either. I'm just telling you, I just put everything in the cart and then we'll figure it out. All right, so, and it's all wacky and out of order. But you see I have the House Labs blush powder. I have this one. This is French Rosette. And the other new one is Fire Moon, which is a beige peach. I'm getting those. That's happening. The Dior lipsticks. I love this shade. Bois Rosé. I love that shade. It's a satin. I also have Promenade, which is another really cute shade. Very nice for the summer, a little corally. And I have another one. Hold on. I had 3. Here it is. J'adore. You know, I love these kind of nude shades. So I'm not sure if I'm getting all 3, but those are the 3 that I really, really want. The Prada Beauty Foundation Refill in Deep Warm 70 because I tried it on when I went to South Beach. And even though this front here is not my tone, it did look good on me. I hope It wasn't the lighting, but one of the employees, you know, matched me up and I thought it looked really nice. Forever Mood, I have all of these in my cart except the one that is out of stock. I'm thinking about going with travel sizes first. There are no reviews on 2 of them. And then I Am Her, and I think it's hard to get. They have reviews. Okay, you see I have my Hourglass Large, and I have another one from Hourglass, which is called Foxglove, and that's gonna be the matte. I have not tried the matte ones yet. This is Foxglove here. I love that shade. That is, yes. And they have a lot of great shades, but I'm just trying to keep it to one because I know I have a lot of lip products. Large is just like hands down one of my favorite shades of all time. Love that. I got 5 minutes. I'm gonna get it done though. Killian Paris, we have the Princess Eau Fresh. So I have the regular Princess, I'm running low, but I'm thinking the Eau Fresh is gonna be nice for summer. I did get to smell that in person. It's a little bit lighter, but it still has that marshmallow green tea. And I love that scent. Vanilla, it's just really nice. And I thought it would be nice to get this version just because it's something new. And then I can repurchase the other one maybe in the fall once I run out because I'm getting low. Juliet Has a Gun. This is another one. This has a cherry note in it, and I'm really interested in this one. I'm going to get that one for sure. Talked about Kiehl's. Brown Girl Jane has a mango scent, and this is a new brand at Sephora. So I'm considering a travel in that. I talked about the Cali Ray Primer and Setting Spray. I talked about Flower Bomb. The Givenchy Loose Powder Blush. I love this pink and lilac shade. I think it's gonna look really nice and ethereal on me. So I wanna try that. It is the lightest blush out of them all. So, you know, it may not work on everyone, but I really wanna try this one out. Sometimes I get annoyed with the mixing of that, but because you gotta put it in the cap and mix it up. But the way it diffuses out on the skin is really natural and pretty. All right, you see my Patrick Ta. You see my Natasha Denona concealer and color corrector. I talked about Missy by Rosie Jane. Pat McGrath pink powder. The YSL Love Shine. I really want this one, Melted Honey. It's just going to be something I can throw on with anything that I'm wearing. Oh, and the Summer Fridays Dream Lip Oil in Rosewood Nights. So that's the deepest one. And I did mention the Armani blushes, so let me just pull those up. I'm sure I'm going to forget something, but these are the things that I am really interested in. But this Silk Glow blush looks nice. I've heard great things, and they've got some really nice shades. Now, this one looks very similar to the House Lab, so I wouldn't get that one. But there's like a, let me see, not that one. I think it's this peachy pink one that I'm into. This actually looks like Orgasm a little bit, just looking at it, but now it kind of doesn't. But Euphoric. Yeah, that one's got like a nice, it almost looks like a duochrome shimmer with it. Yeah, it's, okay. It's that shimmery one, number 30. So I think that's the one I want to try. All of the other shades are shades that are, I think, are pretty common. So that's going to be it. There may be some things that I'm forgetting. But if I'm forgetting it, it's because it's not a need. I told you the brands that I would shop, mostly luxury, mostly fragrance. Told you the brands that I would stay away from or that you can get from Ulta. A lot of people feel that Ulta has a better point system for, you know, discounts and getting money off of future purchases. So that's where I'm at for the sale. My cart is expensive and it's mostly fragrance this time. It's not as much makeup. So that's it. I'm surprised at myself. There's not like eyeshadow palettes galore, anything like that, but that's just where I am right now in my makeup life, and that could always change. But I just wanted to share it with you. So please let me know, are you shopping the sale? Are you passing? Did you make Rouge status this year? My card's gonna put me at Rouge status for the next year. I do have a few gift cards from my birthday that I'm gonna use, and like, I think I have like a $10 off and then a $15 off from my credit card. So that'll take it down a little bit, but really not much. So I'm gonna be going through my cart again and really just trying to think like, what is it out of those items that I really, really want, even though in my mind, I want them all. So share your cart. Let me know. What are you thinking about? Do you think the sale is even worth it in the beginning? And before you purchase anything, double check the brands, because Ulta often will mimic the Sephora sale. They'll mimic certain products Check the brand sites as well, because you know they're all trying to compete for your coin. And that's going to be it. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one today. I hope this was therapy for you. You know it always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you're being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and you know I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.